So take a deep breath in, and then mouth open, let it go. And let's take a few more, or as many as you need to. If you can, breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. So letting anything that just happened, anything that right now you could just put to the side. Use that exhale to just set it down, and we'll pick it up later. But right now, it might be good just to drop it for a little bit. And it's easier said than done, so just that intention might be plenty and enough. And it doesn't mean that we're disengaging or we're just self-focusing or we're avoiding. It just means that we take a little break, that we reset, replenish. And then eventually begin to breathe in and out through the nose. So you're going from those open mouth exhales to exhaling through the nose, to using that lower belly to push the air out. And imagine trying to renew the whole volume of air that arrives in your lungs. So some longer, deeper inhales and some longer, deeper exhales. And to get that longer exhale and to push as much of that air out, again, use those abdominal muscles, that deep core center of the body. And we'll find some softness around the eyes and the jaw. And then let's just bring hands to rest at the heart, thumbs at the chest. And a little space between your palms, maybe fingertips are pressing against one another. And maybe the heels of the hands are also pressing. But there's some space around the palms and the base of your fingers. And now feel that chest expand against your thumbs. And as you exhale, feel that chest move away from your thumbs. And let's find 3 cycles like that. So just focus on that inhale, expanding that chest towards the hands. And that exhale, chest moving away from your hands. And one more like that. Remember that softness around your eyes. Softness in your jaw. And then with your next inhale, let's drop those sit bones and let's come all the way into a chair pose, bringing those arms in front of us and then up by the ears. And then as you exhale, lower those arms down and reach them out behind you. And then again, inhale and arms lift. Exhale and lower. And inhale and lift. And exhale to lower. And then on your inhale, lift and straightening those legs. And as you exhale, right hand down, side stretch. Inhale through center. And left hand down, other side. And inhale, center. And again, side stretch. And center. And other side. Coming back through center on your inhale. And as you exhale, arms lower And now back into your chair. Bend those knees, arms lift. This time, one arm at a time. Right arm lowers. Inhale and lift. And left arm lowers. And inhale, lift. And again. And again. And then pause here, taking another breath in, both arms reaching up, sinking down, bending into those knees. Send weight into your heels. Take another breath in. And breath out, draw that belly towards your spine. And then as you inhale, straighten legs, reach all the way up. And on your exhale, left arm down, side stretch. Come back through center, inhale. Other side, exhale. And center, inhale. And again, side stretch, exhale. And inhale. And one more time. And back through center. And then as you exhale, we're going to find a forward fold. So a bend in your knees, gentle with those hamstrings, and all the way down. Bring hands to your shins, halfway lift on the inhale, looking for that neutral spine. Exhale to fold. And again, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. And one more time, inhale. And fold forward, exhale. So now a gentle twist here. So we're going to bring hands to shins. We're going into that halfway lift. And with your next inhale, the right arm reaches out to the side and then up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, lower that right hand and switch. Left arm opens and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. One more time each side. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And lower. Exhale. Bend your knees back into chair pose. Inhale here. And on your exhale, hands to heart. And let's find some movement in those ankles. So with your next inhale, right heel rises. And exhale to lower. And now left heel rises. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, right heel. Exhale, lower. And left heel. And exhale, lower. Take another breath in. Feel those thighs. Draw that lower belly up and in. Shoulders down. And now on your inhale, push the floor away, rising all the way up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale back through center. Other side, exhale. Center, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Two more times. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. And inhale. And fold, exhale. From here, grab opposite elbows, 3 cycles of breath. Let go of anything that right now you don't need. Maybe those open mouth exhales come into play again. And then releasing those elbows and slowly find a bend in your knees and stack vertebra over vertebra to rise up to stand. And once you get to the top, shoulders come up by the ears, release them down, turn your palms forward, gaze forward, take a moment, long, lengthened spine, inhale. Exhale, engage that lower belly. With your next inhale, arms lift. On your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step your feet back, downward facing dog. So a strong downward facing dog here, and begin with your arms. Palms are planted, press the floor away. Shoulders broad and shoulder blades towards your hips. Neck relaxed. And then sit bones reaching up and back, and heels pressing down. And enjoy this down dog. Take a deep breath in and breath out. And another breath in, really push the floor away. Send those sit bones up and back. And then on your exhale, let's come into table pose, lowering those knees to the mat, bringing those hands under your shoulders. Finding some cows and cats. So inhale, chest forward, gaze up, spread those sit bones. Exhale, round your spine. And then again, inhale, exhale, and inhale, and round, exhale. And now find a neutral spine and tuck your toes. Okay, so strong here with your legs and your core. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, see if you can hover your knees just over the mat. So they're just a few inches off the mat. Keep your shoulder blades spreading. Keep your hands pushing the floor away. Gaze straight down. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, straightening those legs, sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. So again, on your inhale, come again into that table pose with the knees hovering. Again, looking for that neutral spine, drawing that lower belly up and in. Spread those shoulders. Take another breath in. Exhale, and hips up and back, straightening the legs, downward facing dog. Release the neck. Breathe in here. And breathe out. One more. Bend those knees. Come again into that hovering table pose. Reach the crown of the head away from your tailbone. Breathe in. And exhale once again. Lift those sit bones up and back. Relax the neck. And now let that down dog be a resetting down dog. And if you need to come into a different pose to reset, that could be a table pose with the knees down or a child's pose, please do. Find about 3 more breaths. And then let's all meet back in downward facing dog if you're not there. And then we'll use the next inhale to walk those feet to the hands. And forward fold on your exhale. And take a moment, again, grab opposite elbows, lift those sit bones, drop the crown of the head, full breath in, and full breath out. And then with your next inhale, release those elbows, bend your knees deep, and rise into chair pose. And on your exhale, bring hands to your heart. On your inhale, straighten legs, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, side stretch. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Again, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, half lift. And now on your exhale, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And now on your exhale, lower your knees and let's find again table pose. This time, tops of the feet to the mat, hands to the shoulders. With your next inhale, your right arm reaches out to the side and then up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, right arm threads to the left. And then again, open, inhale, thread, exhale. and open. Inhale and thread. Exhale. On your inhale, open and lower that hand back down. Exhale and switch to your left. Left arm opens. Exhale to thread and open. Exhale, thread. One more time. Inhale, thread. And now inhale to open. And hand lowers back to your table pose. From here, keep your knees and hips in line. Bring your hands wide. And then walk your hands forward, lowering that chest towards the mat, towards your chair. Sending those sit bones up and back. And trying to find that stretch through chest, through armpits. And as you lift those sit bones, maybe you're getting a stretch through the tops of those hamstrings too. And one more breath in. And breath out. And then with your next inhale, walking your hands back towards you. And meeting back in downward facing dog, lifting. Once again, those sit bones up and back. And now finding some space in your neck. So we're looking from side to side, letting the crown of the head drop. And here, just bringing that awareness to your shoulders. And once again, try to broaden those shoulder blades. And try to draw them towards your hips. One more breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, walk your feet to your hands. And coming back into that forward fold, exhale. Now slowly, vertebra by vertebra, rising to stand. And as you exhale, shoulders away from ears, palms facing forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, send your right foot back, coming into warrior one. So planting that right foot, getting steady through your legs, stable through those legs, core lifting. On your inhale, arms reaching up. And as you exhale, hands behind you. Interlace them at your lower back and then send those knuckles down. Open that chest, and it might be plenty to stay right here. Really feel that chest opening, those shoulder blades coming close together. Take a breath in, a breath out. And now your choice here, stay or take another breath in. And then on your exhale, chest forward and down and hinging at your left hip. So draw that left hip back. Keep pressing down through that right foot. See if you can lengthen the back of your neck. Reach your knuckles away from the top of the head. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. With your next inhale, rising up. If you were folded, release those hands, reach them up. And on your exhale, step that back foot forward, mountain pose, and bring hands to your heart. Now pause with hands at the heart. Breathe in for length. And on your exhale, lower the right ear to your right shoulder. And let's just take a moment. Feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. Drop that left shoulder. Another full breath in. And full breath out. Keep engaging that lower belly. And now inhale as you reach back through center. Crown of the head lengthens up. And on your exhale, left ear to your left shoulder. And trying to isolate that stretch to the right side of your neck. So dropping that right shoulder and dropping that left ear towards the left. Keep your posture stable, integrated, so everything is working here together. And then as you inhale back through center, lifting the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale just here. And now inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And on your exhale, your left foot is going to step back and warrior one on this side. So taking your time, plant that back foot, get steady, stable, connected to the ground. And then as you're ready, inhale, arms lift. And on your exhale, arms lower behind you. And switching your interlace, so opposite interlace of those fingers. And then straightening those arms, knuckles, reaching away. Find that chest opener. And breathe here. So again, drawing that right hip back this time. So you're keeping those hips level. And you might stay or take another breath in. And then on your exhale, chest forward and down. And notice differences between sides. And again, try to reach those knuckles away, crown of the head forward. And then softness in jaw and eyes. And don't take it too far. So you want to be slow going into these poses just to know what is just enough. You go too far, the breath gets fast and shallow. We get unstable. We wobble a bit more. So if you need to, just come back slightly in the posture. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then use your inhale to rise up. If you were folded, hands reach up. And as you exhale, weight comes forward, stepping that back foot and coming back into mountain pose, hands rest at your heart. Take a breath in, lengthening up. And breath out. With your inhale, arms lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. And another breath in. And then on your exhale, lowering onto your knees. And coming into your table pose. Spread your fingers and finding some cows and cats. So again, that movement of flexion and extension of your spine, chest forward, gaze up, inhale, exhale, and round. So your cow pose is an extension of the spine. The front of the body gets expanded, gets some space. And then on your exhale, it's the flexion, and we'll get some space in that back body. And again, inhale. And exhale. And one more. And then let's find a neutral spine, and let's reach the right leg out behind us. And on your exhale, plant the ball of the foot and push the heel away. So we're playing again with that hovering of the knees, but this time we'll do one at a time. So we'll take a breath in, and then on your exhale, hover the left knee off the mat. See if you can keep more of a neutral spine here so you're not rounding. Notice those shoulder blades, what they're doing. See if you can keep the chest open. Take another breath in. And then exhale, lower that left knee down. Inhale, lift that right foot. And on your exhale, draw that knee into your chest. And lengthen, inhale. And now bring that right knee to the outside of your right elbow. And lengthen, inhale. And draw that knee to the left elbow. And lengthen, inhale. And we'll move into a modified side plank. So you're pivoting on your left knee. Your left shin comes out as a kickstand. We're opening to the right. Left hand more or less under the left shoulder or a bit forward. And then your right arm can reach up towards the ceiling. And we're going to move a bit with that right leg. So we'll take a breath in, right leg rises. And then on the exhale, lower that leg. If the right shoulder gets tired, feel free to bring your hand to your hip. And then inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower. So using your outer hip, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And one more time. Inhale, lift. Maybe the right arm lifts too. And then on your exhale, come back into table pose. And take a moment here. You could wiggle the hips a bit from side to side. Notice any sensations in that right hip, outer hip. Maybe make some circles with your hips. That also is a nice option. And do it in the opposite direction too. And let's take another breath in. And breath out. And then we'll come back to neutral. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So take your time. Set your hands. Make sure you've got a good base. You're not just resting all your weight on your wrists. Use your fingers. And then we're going to reach that left leg out behind us. On your exhale, plant the ball of the foot. So you're pushing the heel away. You want to keep your hips level. You want to feel that core engage. And here, push the floor away with your hands and with that left foot. And then when you're ready, that right knee hovers over the mat. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. Breath out. And one more breath in. And then exhale, lower that right knee down. Left leg rises, inhale. And knee to chest, exhale. And take advantage of this rounding. And then lengthen, inhale. And knee to the outside of that left elbow. And lengthen, inhale. And now knee to your right elbow. Lengthen, inhale. And we're moving into that modified side plank. Now turning towards the left. So remember that right shin as a kickstand straight behind you. Left leg lifted, maybe arm lifts too. And then we'll find those movements for that outer left hip. So take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lower that left foot. And again, maybe that left hand rests on your hip. Inhale and lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Maybe that left arm reaches up too. And then on your exhale, come back into table pose. Nice job. So take a breath in. And then as you exhale, round your spine a lot. And then from that lower back, send those sit bones back and down. And you could reach your arms out in front of you. Take a good stretch for that side body. And then let's find a bit more stretch for that side body. So let's walk those hands towards the right. And then think here about your left sit bone dropping off that left heel towards the left side of your mat. So a bit of extra space in the side body. Full breath in. And full breath out. And then let's come back through center. Walk your hands through center and then all the way to your left. And then once you've planted your hands, slide that right sit bone just off that right heel as if you were trying to plant it on the mat outside of that right foot. Breathe in and breathe out. And now inhale back through center. And let's come all the way down onto the belly. And then once you're on your belly, we're going to plant those fingers, palms lifted, and we're going to bring them wide. So they're probably going to be off your mat. And your elbows are bent and pointing up towards the ceiling. And then on your inhale, lift that chest. And exhale to lower. And then again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift, and you could stay lifted for an extra breath. And then use your next exhale to lower all the way down. And bring those forearms in front of you. And just rest your forehead on your forearms. And we're going to try and release that lower back just here. So relax your legs, heels out, toes in. And then shift your weights, your hips from side to side. And then, of course, use your breath. And then once you get your hips back through center, we're just going to focus on that inhale. So the belly expands against the mat, and that expansion has a limit because you've got the mat there, so you'll feel the pressure. And then see if you can transfer that expansion to your lower back or feel that lower back expand instead. And then on your exhale, just let it go. And let's do 2 more like that. So you're using that inhale to stretch, to make space in that lower back. And that exhale is just to release, to soften. And let's do another one like that. Breathe in, really use that inhale. Belly towards the mat and then expansion in that lower back. And let it go with your exhale. And then bring your hands under your shoulders and let's move into child's pose. Knees together if that's available. And then sit bones towards your heels and just let that upper body relax over your thighs. And anything you want to do with your arms, they could be resting by your side, in front of you. You could also bend, or if you have your arms in front of you, you could bring palms to touch, thumbs pointing up, and bend your elbows, bringing the thumbs to the back of the neck. And let's take about 3 cycles of breath, just where you are. And then slowly lifting your spine using your inhale. And we'll move into a seat, bringing our legs in front of us. And then once you're in your seat, let's bring those feet wide. And we're going to bring those hands to the outsides of the hips. And let's find some length in the spine, taking an inhale here. And then let's lower those knees to the right and look over to the left as you exhale. And inhale through center. And exhale, knees to the left and looking over to the right. And inhale, center. And then again, knees to the right, looking over to your left. And inhale, center. And switch sides, exhale. And let's come back through center. Bring the feet hip width, and we'll go all the way down to the mat. So bringing those arms in front of you, breathe in here. On your exhale, come halfway down. Take another breath in. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto the mat. And once you get to the mat, just take a moment. Those heels could come a little closer. You could bring hands to your belly. Let's draw the chin from one shoulder to the other. And then once you've got that chin towards the right shoulder, pause there. And let's just bring awareness to the left shoulder blade and try to press that left shoulder blade down towards the ground. So notice the space in the left side of the neck. Take a breath in and a breath out. And now let's bring that chin back through center. And we'll do the same to the other side, chin to the left shoulder. As you do that, now bring that awareness to your right shoulder blade and really press it down to the mat. And think about the outer edge of your shoulder blade here and see if you can get that area onto the mat. That will mean that the front of your shoulder needs to broaden out and drop. And find your breath. And let's come back through center. And then from here, we're going to lift those feet. So we're going to try and align the knees and the hips, and then bring those the bottom part of your legs, so knees to ankles, more or less parallel to the ground. And flex your feet here. And your hands could rest at your belly, or you could bring them down by your side, palms facing down. So a little core work here. So let's take a breath in. And then on your exhale, straighten the leg and then reach it down towards the ground, but just hover it. And then inhale, bend that knee and draw it back to where it started from. And then again, exhale, straighten that right leg and then lower the heel any amount towards the ground, pressing that lower back into the mat. And then bend that knee and bring that leg back. One more time. Press that lower back down, straighten that right leg, hover it over the mat. And then bend that knee and draw it back. And we'll do the same thing with the left. Remember, press that lower back down. When you're ready, straighten that left leg and then lower it any amount. If you can, hover it over the mat. And then bend that knee and bring it back in. And then take a breath in, straighten the leg. Exhale, lower, hovering. Inhale, draw that knee back. And one more time. Inhale as you straighten the leg. And then lower to hover. And then inhale, bring that knee in. Nice job. Take another breath in here. And then on your exhale, lower those feet all the way down to the mat. Bring those feet wide. Let those knees rest against one another. Breathe in. And breathe out. And another breath in. And breath out. And now bring hands to your knees and draw those knees all the way in towards your chest. And rock from side to side. Notice any sensations in that belly, in that core. And take a deep breath in. And maybe mouth open, exhale here. And then we're going to go for a twist. So with the knees close to the chest, open those arms out into a T, and then lower your knees all the way to the right. And if you can, that right hand can come to the outside of that left thigh. And a little leverage here as you send that thigh away, or you kind of use that thigh to push away from. You might be able to turn a bit more towards your left. You might be able to feel that twist, that stretch through the left side of the body. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then let's come back through center. And we'll do the same to the other side. So the knees are going to go towards the left. They're still close to your chest. So you get that stretch more towards the mid-back, that twist more in the mid-back. And then your left hand again can use that right thigh as leverage. And you might be able to get that right shoulder blade a bit more on the ground. You might be able to feel that twist a little deeper. And then wherever you are, breathe in. And breathe out. And let's use the inhale to come back through center. And now just draw the right knee in, lengthen that left leg and rest it on the ground. So no more effort for that lower belly. Now it's more about relaxing into the mat, softening. So we're just passively stretching the hip, resting that lower back on the mat. Maybe opening that right knee towards that right armpit. Allow your exhales to drop out of the mouth. And then use your next inhale to bring that left knee in, lengthening that right leg out. And again, just rest it on the mat. And then drawing that left knee towards that left armpit, so broadening that back body towards the mat. And remember that breath. Use your exhales to soften something that right now doesn't need to be engaged. And one more breath in. And breath out. And then from here, you could lengthen those legs out. You could always roll onto one side and find your Shavasana, your last moments of practice right there. And whenever being on your back or on your side, laying down, doesn't work, you can always spend these last moments of practice in a comfortable seat. And maybe closing your eyes. And now just allowing that physical body to rest. And maybe the mind takes a break too, or maybe it doesn't and it gets busy. Either way, keep a little distance between yourself, your thoughts, and for a couple minutes, be a witness rather than an actor. And now return to your breath. And as you find a deeper, longer inhale and exhale, find also some gentle movement in your fingers, in your toes, in your ankles, in your wrists. Draw the chin from one shoulder to the other. And find some movement of your eyeballs under your eyelids. And when you are ready, roll onto one side and take a moment. Give yourself a breath in and maybe an exhale out with a sigh. And then taking your time, make your way up and we'll meet in a comfortable seat. Bringing hands to heart. And now taking that moment to acknowledge the practice, to acknowledge ourselves for practicing, to acknowledge those who practiced with us, to acknowledge those who made it possible. And we'll end with a word that means that the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.